Campus police, they see a black kid in an argument, not a fight, and they decide to become physically violent. Here's the video.
Step back!
You're on video.
Stop it! That's my girlfriend!
Stop! Get off of him! Get off of him! You're on video. You are on video.
You're punching me!
You're hurting him!
Stop
You
it!
are hurting him!
You're hurting me!
You get off of him! You're on video.
Please.
People here now, please.
Please!
You are on video.
Nicole.
I'm done. I can't do anything.
Please! Call 911! No, Kira! Please!
You're hurting him! You're hurting him!
Stop!
Can you take your elbow off his neck?
It takes one. You've been disrespectful this whole time.
Take your elbow off his neck.
Please get off.
Take your elbow.
Again, ma'am.
I told you don't want to.
Huh?
Touch
She's
me
not
again
in
and I will
danger.
tase you. Stop.
You'll
No.
tase me. What am I doing to you? I have this on video. I'm trying to get your elbow off my boyfriend's neck.
You're choking me.
You're choking him.
Choking me.
Oh my
Yo!
God.
Yo!
I swear to God.
Get your elbow off his neck! Get your elbow off the help! He's on his neck! Please help! This officer won't get off his neck! He's taking it too far!
The officer that you see, we have identified that officer. The student is a student at Purdue University. We have identified the student who was a victim of assault here. Let me give you some background to this insanity. The man you hear begging for this officer to stop assaulting him because he has done nothing illegal is Adonis Tuggle. Mr. Tuggle is a student at Purdue. The incident took place last Friday, all right? It was not uploaded until the 9th of this month. Purdue University police officer, his name is Joe Selke, badge number 91. He was, according to the report, responding to a call of suspected assault on a woman in progress. That was never true. That was never accurate. That cop has now been placed on leave and will remain on leave until further notice, according to an announcement Thursday night, due to death threats and the department have received, according to them. Adonis Tuggle, 24 years of age, identified himself as the man in the video on Instagram. He wanted the world to know, this is me, this happened to me, and I'm a victim of police brutality. The woman recording was his girlfriend, Nicole. Let's put the picture back up. This is him and his mother. This is not his girlfriend, but this is him and his mother, okay? The Purdue University Police Department told TMZ Tuggle was arrested for resisting law enforcement. That's what he was arrested for. He was not arrested for assault. Why are you resisting law enforcement if there's no crime? He was trying to survive. He was afraid. He was in fear of his life, truly. No crime was committed, and so the cop decided to take him away for resisting arrest when there was no cause for arrest in the first place, right? Now, Mr. Tuggle actually went on social media, on Snapchat to be precise, and this is what he said. Let's put it up. He said, last week, Friday night, on campus, I had the Purdue police called on me while I was having an argument with my girlfriend. Arguments happen. Officer John Selke arrived on the scene and was completely out of pocket toward me, probably for being black. Without even talking to me, this man punched multiple times, elbowed me in the face, smothered my face in the snow, and even was choking me multiple times and not once stopped. And I was just informed that internal investigation felt the officer did no wrong, completely left off the hook. He continued, you literally have video evidence, both on my end and the body cam footage of the officer, with me screaming, you're choking me. And I did nothing to give reason for him to attack me. And still, this man gets to keep his job and go about his day like nothing happened, all right? So the university has a response to all of this. Now, I want to remind you, the police were called according to the report. When the police realized, okay, this man is not assaulting anyone, there is nobody in danger, why did this officer not stop his assault on the student at Purdue? No. Instead, he decided to then threaten the alleged victim by saying, if you don't stop, I'm going to tase you. Do you think this cop is interested in de-escalation and resolution and remedy? It gets deeper. According to WRTV, the Purdue University Police Department has launched an internal investigation into the arrest of a man Friday night following a third-party report stating it appeared a woman was being held against her will. That never happened. Once again, a lie. In a statement Wednesday, John Crocs, who is the chief of the University Police Department, said an officer responded to an urgent call from a third party who followed the campus to see something, say something guidance. Video from the officer's body cameras have not been released at this time. In the statement, Cox said once the internal review is complete, the video and all findings and all evidence will be released. All right, there's a statement. The official statement from the police chief says, and I quote, anytime PUPD officer uses force in connection with an arrest, the department conducts an internal review. PUPD commenced that review immediately upon receiving the officer's report on Friday night. That investigation will include input from all witnesses to the arrest and take into account all available evidence, including video from officers' body-worn cameras and statements from the students involved. It is also interesting to note, it is unclear when the investigation may be complete. Purdue President Mitch Daniels released a statement as well. Here's a portion of that statement. The inquiry into the police officer's handling of the situation will be swift and thorough. As an additional step following the internal review, the Indiana State Police will immediately commence an independent review of the PUPD investigation and video evidence. Should there be a finding of misconduct by the officer, appropriate action will be taken promptly. The university is offering resources for students who were involved and or adversely affected by this on-campus police brutality. Now here's the reality, all right? I know you have seen it too. This cop looks a whole lot like Hitler. Here it is. I'm keeping it 100. Now that's an intentional look. Okay. All right, Kyla, what are your thoughts on this?
Honestly, I am so sick of these so-called internal investigations, especially when we know that this type of behavior is not only overlooked, but encouraged by the very leaders, decision makers in these institutions. This is what they are trained to do. Black students, Black people, students of color, they will continue to be victimized at this school unless the administration takes a hard look at the police department that they partner with and take the necessary actions to hold them accountable. And that's not just letting them perform their own investigation. We've seen time and time again that all they do is let those cops get off the hook. And so it's very disappointing to see that this young man was victimized in the way that he was. But again, it's going to continue to happen unless the school actually takes a deep and hard look at the police department and their role on their campus and changes something.
Yeah, very well said.